Hello investors and traders, today I will continue to consider dividend stocks, and today I will use stocks trainer. My main parameters, it's a stock market cap more than 10 billion bucks, and dividend yield above 4%. So in this list we have 52 matches, and in this list there are thus nice companies like MBM, Philip Morris, AT&T, of course Altria, it's dividend kings, dividend aristocrats. But today I chose a few of them, and here in the list we have such company like where is this company? 1 minute. So the first company for today, it's Kinder Morgan. Yeah, so this company related to oil and gas sector. Kinder Morgan operates as an energy infrastructure company. It operates through the following segments: natural gas pipelines, CO2 terminals, and product pipelines. Its market cap now above 40 billion bucks. So let's have a look on its chart. So we can see it traded in a rising channel last 2 years. Also, in my mind, there is a very high correlation with oil price. Let's add to the chart Brent price, and let's check. Yeah, we can see that these assets are highly correlated. Maybe it's not ideal, but in my mind, of course, the momentum is the same. So if you can predict the oil price, what will be the price for WTI for Brent in the next year, you can of course consider buying this stock in your portfolio. By the way, if from 2000 and from the end of 2018 the oil price performed plus 16, and Kinder Morgan plus 10%. Let's have a look on the fundamental parameters. We can see that market cap is 40 billion. Its dividend yield quite impressive, higher than 6%. The payout ratio is about 100. It's not so good for the investors, because there is no potential to increase the dividend payout, dividend payment. All the net income company earn or earning, it already paying as a dividend. But the P ratio is 16, so it's not high. And by the way, let's have a look on the expectations. The earnings, EPS expected to be stable for the future 3 years, and the revenue also, it was 3 billion, now estimated about 4 billion, and for the next year it will be between 4 and 5 billion dollar. And the dividend, of course, now this video is about dividend payment. So we can see that the dividend yield last year's about 6%, 7%. So of course it's a dividend company. The P ratio, by the way, is improving. We can see that 5-6 quarters ago it was 20, above the 20 P ratio. Now it's only 16. So from this standpoint of view, of course it's not expensive. And by the way, let's have a look on the marginality. In the quarterly basis it was 14, now the marginality 11. So we can see that it's quite stable, higher than 10%. And the net income the company earns last quarters is about $500 million. So also it's a good sign for the investors. So generally speaking, Kinder Morgan, in my mind now, their side the momentum indicator is about 50, so you can consider it to buy. The P ratio 16, PS by the way is very cheap. PS ratio of only 2. Pay attention, for the last 5 years it was about 3. Here it was even 4. Now it's only 2. So it's the one of the cheapest PS ratio for the last years. So pay attention to this point. And also, of course, dividend yield more than 6%. I think it's quite impressive and quite nice to have such a company in portfolio. By the way, I had this company maybe four years ago. I received dividend from this nice company, but now I'm secondly continue to consider it. And also we'll look that now we are in the chart, we are trading in the lower border of this increasing channel. So in this case we have a potential to raise about 30% here to this upper border. So why not? We still trade it. We even don't trade it before the COVID the pre-COVID levels. It was 22. So of course in this case it will be here, this level. So I think at least 2022 there is a nice possibility to see the stock for the next year. I remind you that I have a lot of videos about dividend stocks, stock market analysis, technical analysis, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I think it will be very useful and interesting for you. The second stock for today is Verizon. It's a dividend king with a market cap with more than $100 billion. So now if we look at the chart, there is a range. The upper border, the lower border. Now I traded even below this lower border. So Verizon, let's have a look on it. Fundamental parameters. We can see that market cap is it's a big company. The dividend yield also more than 6%. P ratio only 6, so it twice cheaper than Kinder Morgan, and the payout ratio also is better than Kinder Morgan. Only half of it net income company pays as dividends. So it's a very good sign for the investor that because the company can even increase its dividend payments. And by the way, the next payment of this stock will be 2 weeks from now. So I think if you want to receive them, you still have a possibility to buy it. Let's have a look on the earnings, the EPS. Now EPS last year is about 5, and by the way, it's expected to be about $5 for the next years. And the revenue from the annual basis 123, 130. No, also it will be expected to be stable. The dividend yield it was for the last 7 years it was about 4%, 5%, but now a little bit higher. So also very good indication for the investors. And let's have a look the marginality. By the way, it's the same marginality like Kinder Morgan, about 14%. And the net income also stable. I see the last quarters, it's usually the company earns $5 billion. So for me it's quite good. Also, I would like to pay your attention to one important and interesting detail. The PS ratio is about 1. The average for S&P now about 3 PS ratio, and now it's the cheapest PS ratio for the last 7 years. So why not? Because here we see that it was 2, even 1 and 150, 160, but now the PS ratio is very cheap. And also I would like to check the PS ratio. PS ratio only 6. As I told before, the average for S&P 500 PS ratio is now 15, now it 8, so twice cheaper. And also historically we can see that it can be considered as a nice time to buy Verizon to your portfolio, because the dividend is quite high, it's quite stable company. And also from the technical analysis, I can see here the RSI, the momentum indicator. We can see that now the stock is oversold with 39. So why not? I think that it can be dividend co that will bring a stable quarterly dividend into your portfolio. I have argued with my friend that till the end of this year I will have 200 subscribers, so I hope you will help me with this target. So if you like this video, press the like button, don't forget to subscribe. It will help a lot to promote my channel, my video, and see you on the next time. Bye.